All right, so we got some more review problems here. So the first one over here, first thing you should notice is that we have two different variables. So we got an x and we got a y. So some of you right away may be saying, well, I noticed that these two are vertical angles, so I could say they have to be the same. Vertical angles are congruent always. So 14 minus 3 has to be equal to 3x plus 31. Now that's true, but right now there's no way for me to solve for x and y. So we got one equation with two different variables. So there's nothing I can do to solve those. So even though this is true, I can't use that right away. So what we need to look for is we need to find two equations in this picture that have the same variable. So notice that this angle and this angle right here both have y and there's no x in them. So maybe we can use those two. But we need to know what the relationship between those two angles is. So those two, some of you see it right away, they are a linear pair or they're supplementary. So this is a 180-degree angle because this is a line, so remember lines always create 180 degrees. That half circle arc right there. So if I add this angle plus this angle, it should equal the entire angle, which is what the angle addition postulate says. So if I added 6y plus 23 plus 14y minus 3, that should equal that entire angle that I just drew, which is 180 degrees. So once you get this, just combine like terms. So 6y and 14y is 20y. 23 and negative 3, or 23 minus 3, is positive 20. And that still equals 180. So subtract 20 on both sides. I got 20y equals 160. Divide both sides by 20. We get y equals 8. So now we have y, so we just got to find x. So if I want to find x, notice that these two angles both have x in them and no y. So I could do the same thing we just did. There's other ways to solve for x here, but I'm just going to do it this way, and you can think about what those other ways may be. So 3x plus 31 plus 2x plus 19 has to equal 180. So again, I'm going to combine my like terms. So 3x and 2x is 5x. 31 and 19 is 50. That all equals 180. So subtract 50 on both sides. So 5x is equal to 130. Divide by 5, so we got x equals 26. So we just solve for x and y. Now, they don't ask us this in this particular problem, but it is very, very important that you make sure you read what they ask for, because if they had asked me to give the two angle measures, I wouldn't want to put 8 and 26 as my answers. I would want to plug in, or I would want to substitute 8 in for y and solve that, and then substitute x in, or 26 in for x, and find those two angle measures. We got another example here. So I'm not going to do this whole thing. You guys can do it on your own, but I want you to notice that this time the two opposite angles, or the vertical angles, are the ones with the same variable. So this one, we would just do 5x equals 4x plus 11. And then 3y plus 35 equals 4y plus 5. So remember, vertical angles are always congruent. Adjacent angles on the same line are supplementary, if there's only two of them.